சில பேர் வந்து முகவாட்டி பார்க்குறோன்ற ஃபீலிங் இருக்காது. அவங்க ஹீரோயின்றதுனால ஐம் நாட் ட்ரைங் டு பி சீஸி. பார்த்த உடனே ஏதோ ரொம்ப நாள் தெரிஞ்ச மாதிரியான வைப் அவங்க எல்லாருக்கும் கொடுக்குறாங்க. அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் வந்து ஒரு ஒரு ஏர்னு சொல்லுவாங்க தெரியுமா, நோ ஏர்னு சொல்லுவாங்க சில பேர்கிட்ட. அது வந்து சித்தி கிட்ட இருக்குது. வணக்கம். தேங்க்ஸ் ஃபார் கம்மிங். சந்தித்ததில் மகிழ்ச்சி. மேகமூட்டம் மாதிரி இருக்கு உங்கள் நெயில் பாலிஷ். அழகாக இருக்கீங்க பார்க்க. சாரி டு ஓவர் லுக்ட். ஆமாம், எனக்கு என்னென்னா இப்போ படம் GVM அதெல்லாம் அடுத்தடுத்து பேசுவோம். ஃபஸ்ட்டு எனக்கு உங்களை பார்த்த உடனே தோன்றது என்னென்னா, காஃபி குடிச்சிட்டே இன்டர்வியூ பண்ணலாமா அப்படின்னு கேட்டிங்க. ஏன்னா ஜென்ரலாக வந்து இந்த லிப்ஸ்டிக் கலைஞ்சிடக்கூடாதுன்னு ரொம்ப கான்ஷியஸாக இருப்பாங்க. அது மும்பைக்கருன்றதுனால ஐ யூ தட் சல்தா யார் லெட்ஸ் ஹேவ் ஃபன், ஐ யூ தட் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் a person?
Really, I'm always not because of Mumbai or Chennai or anything. I've always been this kind of a casual person, and I feel like the kunja wrong. There's a mindset that heroine means, oh my god, like touch up, hair, makeup, nothing. I feel like you should be as you are, and the minute you are who you are is when audiences actually can connect. Otherwise they'll be like, okay,
which is good. ஏன்னா இவங்க வராங்க, படம் நடிக்கிறாங்க, ரோல்ஸ் போர்ட்ரே பண்ணுறாங்கன்றதை தாண்டி ஆடியன்ஸ் கெட் டு நோ த பர்சன் இன் யூ. ஐ திங்க் தே க்ரோ ஆன் யூ. ஃபர்ஸ்ட்லி வந்து கங்க்ராட்ஸ் ஆன் வேறு மாதிரியான ஒரு டெபியூ, சம்திங் தட் யூ கான்ட் ரியலி பிளான் in life, you know. கௌதம் மேனன் சாரோட the way he writes female characters and அவர் படத்தில் நடித்த ஹீரோயின்ஸ்லாம் வந்து what they tend to do, how they flourishன்றது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். ஸோ இந்த கொஷின் நிறைய பேர் கேட்டிருப்பாங்க. பட் sometimes it doesn't sink in even after having done a film with கௌதம் மேனன். As of now, the jitteryலாம் இருக்கா? what's your current feeling?
இப்போ you know, I feel like கொஞ்சம் ஆட்டோ பைலட் மாதிரி ஃபீலிங் இருக்காங்க. in the sense that so much is happening. ரொம்ப பெரிய வைப் இருக்குது, ரொம்ப பெரிய டாக்ஸ் இருக்குது. and what happens is that when there's so much of, you know, talk around it, the expectations are also very high. And that's when you feel like, okay, we've done everything in our power. Idhukku munadi we can't do anything, you know, and then let's just hope and pray for the best. So for me to feel nervous, kandipa I am excited. I am like, I can tell you, you know, marriage ke munadi oru feeling, you know, that there's a jittery feeling. I have never got married, so I don't know, but I've heard that this is the kind of vibe. That kind of feeling, that kind of buzz is going on. That shit, such a special day is just around the corner, and just hope that everything goes well.
Very nice. Happy to see that feeling. இது கௌதம் மேனன் சார் படம் இன்டர்வியூன்றதுனால எப்போ வேணால் காஃபி குடிக்கலாம், காஃபியோடய வாழலாம் இன்ஃபேக்ட். ஸோ அதனால் வந்து ஏன்னா காஃபி குடிச்சிட்டு தான் இந்த இன்டர்வியூவே. அப்பப்போ அவங்க பேசும்போது நானும் வித் ஹர் பெர்மிஷன் குடிச்சிக்கிறேன். ஆறுனா ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். ஒரு கப்புள் ஆஃப் தெலுங்கு ஃபிலிம்ஸ் பார்த்துருக்காங்க எல்லோரும் உங்களை முன்னாடியே. பட் ஜென்ரலாக வந்து கௌதம் மேனன் சார் படத்தில் வந்து ஒரு கேரக்டர் டிசைன் பண்ணுற விதம்ன்றதை தாண்டி லுக்குன்னு ஒன்று செட் பண்ணி கொடுப்பார். ஸோ டக்குன்னு வென் பீப்புள் saw you, ஏன்னா வேறு மாதிரி இருந்த பொண்ணு டக்குன்னு இந்த படத்தில் வேறு மாதிரி இருக்காங்க. வாட் ஆக்சுவலி கோஸ் இன் டு தட்? அதுக்கும் அவர் ஸ்டைலிஸ்டோட உட்காந்து ப்ரீஃபிங் கொடுத்து உங்களை டிசைன் பண்ணுறாரா? அவரோட படங்களில் எல்லா கேரக்டர்ஸுமே தே பிகம் அந்த GVM ஸ்வாவ் வந்துடும். What went into the design?
I think this is a very, very nice question. More than becoming, this is about unbecoming. You are a lot. Gautam Vasudev Menon said, what happens is more than actually becoming, you unbecome. There is a lot of unlearning that happens, and you come with certain precedented, you know, ideologies that this might look good, this might look good. And what he does is he completely removes all of that from your system, and he believes that natural beauty is the best form of beauty.
Natural beauty உங்களுக்கு இருக்கு, அவர் ஒத்துக்கிறாரு. இல்லாதவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாரு? Something will go into the making of that. Please continue.
So anyway, so he's like lipstick ille, foundation, no makeup, hair also has to be rumba simple, rumba natural. And I think that's when I realized that I can look so beautiful without having to try. And that's what a normal woman sitting in Madurai or, you know, any small interior in Chennai, she needs to look at me and she needs to relate to me that I can also be like her. If I am very heroine Madhuri, you know, then that relatability factor is gone. And I think that's what Gautam Sir's films are all about. Be it Muthu's character, be it Pavai, be it anybody, relatability factor, which makes his films do well.
அதாவது வந்து லாங்குவேஜ் பேரியர்ன்றது வந்து ஒரு ஆக்டருக்கு எப்பவுமே கிடையாது. தே டென் டு லேர்ன் த லாங்குவேஜ் ஆர் தே கெட் த கான்டெக்ட் ஆஃப் இட் அண்ட் கீப் பர்ஃபார்மிங். இப்போயும் வந்து குஷ்பு மேடம் லிவிங் லெஜண்ட், அவங்க தமிழ் பேசினா ஒரு மும்பைக்கார பொண்ணு பேசுகிற மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். ஆனால் லிப்ஸிங்கில் தட்டி தூக்குவாங்க. லைக் த பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் வில் ஆட் வால்யூம்ஸ் ஆன் ஸ்க்ரீன். ஸோ every time you understood the context of the language, and I think when you don't know the language you prepare more for the emotions. How was that?
I truly believe that language, acting has no language barrier. Acting is acting, emotions are universal. So if I feel something honestly and from the bottom of my heart, it needs to translate irrespective of what I'm trying to convey. It needs to be there in my feeling, right? So kandipa, that was very important. But however, to convey it through words, you must know the language. And I have a knack of really understanding new languages and learning them. And you know, the appa is a voice modulation and soft skills
கேட்கலாம் வந்தேன், but anyways lead
so
நீங்களே கொடுத்துட்டீங்க. So you learn a lot from there in the phonetics, pronunciation.
ஆமா what happens is he believes that மக்களோட கொஞ்சம் connect பண்ணங்க is ரொம்ப important, ரொம்ப முக்கியமா இருக்கா. So you must speak the language of the masses wherever you are. So for a Bombay girl it's ரொம்ப difficult to understand and pick up a Tamil language, but I'm கத்துக்கிட்டு processல இருக்கா. So I used to sit one day prior, I used to sit with the dialogues and just like a small school girl be like, okay, this. I have a very interesting picture where I got the dialogue last minute le. On a tissue paper, I have written the entire dialogue and I've learnt it. And that tissue paper I still have with me. I have a picture, and after the release, I'm definitely going to post it.
Please.
So what you're trying to say is definitely true, that when you don't know a particular language, you put in more efforts. And there is a less scope of taking it for granted.
சூப்பர். இப்போ நீங்கள் வந்து இந்த 90ஸ்லலாம் வந்து எல்லாருக்குமே வந்து ஒரு ட்ரீம் கேர்ள்னு கான்செப்ட் பசங்களுக்கு எப்போவுமே இருக்கும். ஸோ வி ஆர் மிஸ்ஸிங் ப்ரீத்திஸ் இன் ஆன் ஸ்க்ரீன். ஸோ இப்போ அந்த ஒரு லுக் வைஸ் அந்த ஒரு சின்ன கம்பேரிசன் ஒன்று இருக்குது. நீங்கள் அவங்கள பார்க்க அவங்கள மாதிரி இருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னு ஒன்று இருக்குது. அது கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? Do you come across?
I come across a lot of comparisons. Nijamaave, I feel like, because a new face le, you know, everybody feels like, "Arey, this one looks like this one looks like this one." So it's sweet that people are comparing me to so many, you know, established actors. Anna, I would like to have my own identity.
It's true, but ஏன்னா ஒரு கவாஸ்கர் பையன் விளையாட வராருன்னா கம்பேரிசன் இருக்கும். அப்புறம் when he starts to put out his own game.
After Gavaskar, after like Sachin Tendulkar's son, he's played like maybe 10 matches, 20 matches. That's when he becomes his own identity. So kandipa that will happen. But it's flattering to have Preeti Zinta, to have someone told me South ki Deepika. I don't know. So it's sweet.
If you start doing more movies, obviously eventually people will get to know who you are. எனக்கு ரொம்ப நாளா ஒரு டவுட்டுங்க. இந்த பியூட்டி பேஜன் கான்டெஸ்ட்லாம் ஜெயிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் ஒரு ரியாக்ஷன் ஒன்று கொடுக்குறாங்களே, அது ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுவீங்களா? how do you do that? Like ஏதாவது crown இல்லை நம்ம கிட்ட இப்போ.
Okay, give me coffee cup as a gift.
Fine, we'll இல்ல பட் yeah, let's try and do that. உங்க காஃபி கப் உங்களுக்கே தரேன்.
But you have to announce.
அது
coffee cup winner.
அதெல்லாம் பண்ணி அதெல்லாம் கவலைப்படாதீங்க. நான் ரொம்ப நாளா திருவிழால கத்திட்டு இருக்கோம். I mean festivals. Yeah, so ready okay. So தமிழா இங்கிலீஷ்ல தமிழ்லயே சொல்லலாமா? இந்த வாரத்தோட காஃபி மக் ஜெயிக்க போற அந்த முன்னணி கதாநாயகி from all the way from Mumbai யாருன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா பாவை. இதா ரியாக்ஷனா?
So bad.
அது எப்படி how do you do that?
I don't know. Actually beauty pageants le ஒரு ரெண்டு finalists ஆயிருக்காங்க. So you sit with them and you hold hands and you're just like praying and then one wins and then you just be like wow, and then you have to hug the other person like congratulations and then go and get the crown.
Are you okay with the concept of you've won it and also கடைசியில் ஜெயிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறமோ இல்லை ஜெயிக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு கேள்வி ஒன்று கேட்பாங்களே, they propose a question to you to which you have to give them an answer, but I don't really know if pageant winners have the time to like after that போயிட்டு ஏதாவது பப்ளிக் வெல்ஃபேரில் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ண டைம் இருக்கான்னு எனக்கு தெரியல, because continuously they have deals coming their way and they go on that side. But in the concept of trying to evaluate a person based on looks ன்றது, how do you see that?
Actually I didn't win.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
I didn't win. I had participated and apparently I was not good enough. So, coming to your
Gautam Menon
question.
பட ஹீரோயின் ரா அப்படின்னு did you do that to yourself looking at the mirror?
No, I'm very humble.
Oh,
very
I know,
modest.
totally. Yeah, please.
But what happens is, I didn't win. I went in thinking that I am going to win it. It's going to make my life. ரொம்ப diet பண்ண ரொம்ப skinny ஆயிடுச்சு and after the entire process I was told that sorry, not good enough. That's when I realized that okay, maybe I am as an individual strong enough to handle failure. There are many such girls who are not capable. So what happens is, to be told based on beauty, to be told based on physical factors that you are better than him or he's better than him.
Ram is better than everybody, that you know, right? Yeah. Karthi, ah! I am vacating this room. Please go.
So what happens is, I personally don't find it fair. And and I'm very boisterous about the fact that physical beauty is not everything. There's a lot that is inside which translates into your outer beauty, and that needs to be taken into consideration. Now, how that will happen enakku theriyadha, but maybe certain tweaks must be made.
Perfect. Thanks for addressing that. எனக்கு ரொம்ப நாளா ஒரு டவுட், அதனால தான் I thought I should ask you. இப்போ பாவை ரொம்ப ஒரு டீப்பான ஒரு அழகான ஒரு தமிழ் பேர். அது வந்து அவ்வளோ ஈஸியாலாம் அப்படி அது கௌதம் மேனன்னாலே அவர் வந்து டக்கின் பண்ணிட்டு கிறிஸ்டோபர் நோலன் மாதிரி ஸ்டைலாக இருப்பார். ஆனால் அவருக்குள்ள அவ்வளோ தமிழ் இருக்குது. அவரோட டைட்டில்ஸ் எல்லாமே வந்து அவ்வளோ தமிழ் இருக்கும். ஸோ இந்த பாவைன்ற கேரக்டரை பற்றி இப்போதைக்கு வாட் ஆர் யூ அலவுட் டு டாக்? ஏன்னா அது ஒரு கேங்ஸ்டர் சாகான்னு அவர் மென்ஷன் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. அண்ட் நீங்கள் எவ்ரி கேங்ஸ்டர் ஃபிலிம் யூ லுக் அட், அந்த ஃபீமேல் ப்ரொட்டாகனிஸ்ட் இல்லை அப்படின்னா அந்த ஹீரோக்கு ஆர்க்கே கிடையாது. ஸோ இட்ஸ் நாட் ஜஸ்ட் லவ் அண்ட் ஷி ஹாஸ் டு. எனக்கு ஒரு பெரிய டவுட் ரொம்ப நாளாகவே இருந்திருக்கு. ஹவு தீஸ் வைஃப்ஸ் வேர் தே ஹேப்பன் டு பிகம் த வைஃப்ஸ் ஆஃப் கேங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் ஆர் ஓகே வித் ஹஸ்பண்ட்ஸ் பீங் கேங்ஸ்டர்ஸ். ஸோ தட்ஸ் சம்திங் தட் கீப்.
Yeah, I think that was one contradiction that even I had to deal with. That you know that if bad is bad and good is good, then how can you? But I think what happens is love, sometimes you get so into it that you can't understand the difference between a good and a bad. Now this is my perspective. Wow. I'm not saying that Muthu is bad or Muthu is good. That you please watch on 15th September. Yes. But
looks like Pavai is bad. Okay.
I hope.
Let's wait.
Anna, love makes you do things which are not always right. And that happens even in certain toxic relationships and all that, right? You like if you tell any girl that oh, your man is going to hit you or he's going to emotionally abuse you, everybody is going to be like, no, sorry, I'm not going to take it. Anna, when you get into it, sometimes you just can't get out of it. So that's what happens with a lot of people, that they get so deep into it that it's very difficult to get out. And I hope everybody gets the strength. If not,
சூப்பராக பேசுகிறீங்க. ஆக்சுவலாக சூப்பரானா இட்ஸ் நாட் ஜஸ்ட் the vocabulary சொல்லலை நான். யூஆர் ஏபிள் டு அப்ளை அ லாட் ஆஃப் லாஜிக் இன் டு வாட் ஐ எம் ட்ரைங் டு ஆஸ்க் யூ. ஸோ continue to be this. ஏன்னா ஆக்டர்ஸ் வந்து once they become busy, where they are caught between a lot of things, I don't really know if they have the time to think. So no,
I think that's ரொம்ப முக்கியம், because every day after I finished interviews, because you're exhausted by the end of it and you want to go back home.
You okay?
No, today is just my second interview, so I'm very fresh. But it's nice to have these philosophical, logical conversations, like you feel like you're giving your point of view, someone's asking you. And thanks.
That was the idea. I wanted to bring that compliment out because you weren't ready to give me that. So I thought
very smart.
Let us bring that out and then go by the next set of questions. எனக்கு என்னன்னா every time when you collaborate with somebody, the beauty of cinema is you collaborate with different people from different walks of life, and you are dealing somebody called Simbu. Trust me, I think he's one pot boiling point of talent. There's so much in him that we are happy to see him in this avatar right now, and you're getting to be the other co-star in the film, and he had gone through something in life, and then this was more like phase 2 for him. How was it to deal the STR?
Very beautifully, very well. Like you said, that this is phase 2 of his life, and he's a very nice, calm and focused Simbu, version 2.4, 2.0 is like completely like, this is it. This is my vision.
Let's nail this.
This vision for the next 10 years, and we must, attack. And it's a little very, aggressive kind of an approach to his professional work, which is very commendable to see, because it takes a lot of courage to go through what you've gone through and to be a fighter, come back and deliver a success like Mana did. It did great numbers post-pandemic, and there is just no stopping for that man now.
Can you cite examples or probably bring out one particular scenario where you experienced the greatness of him? Like, I'm going to ask the same question to him as well. I'm not the typical guy where you make heroines talk about heroes. I swear and promise that I'm going to talk about you to him as well. But you really have to. This is not to please the fans or the ones. If you can. Oh wow! Oh, that's why it's him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's able to do this. Yeah. Something like that.
I'll tell you that a lot of people believe that if I am complimenting someone, I might be saying it to please their fans or something. Nothing like that, very honestly. See, I'm someone that if I have a good working experience with a person, I'll be very boisterous and very vocal about that. And prior to this, I heard some rumors. I was like, this is happening. And after the film, I was like, no, I must tell the people, whoever, if I talk to, if I get a chance to, that if a person has been nice to me, why can't I tell you about it without having any preconceived notions, right? About when I felt that he was spectacular was, I think, a fight sequence we were shooting, and it was supposed to be taken in one take. Okay, and it was in like a house kind of a situation. Camera was coming from here, going here, turning back, and he was consistent throughout the entire shot. He was like, wow, coming to me, taking care of me, fighting, this, that, everything. And that's when I was like, dude, hats off to you, man. Like, because he's such a good actor. I don't think I can say more, but what a beautiful actor.
Coming to the hardcore acting part, anytime you do a film, it's the character has a sketch and they give you, like a backstory, you represent a culture, you speak certain languages. So when it comes to Pavai, oh damn, is the city even safe? So every time you are given a character, like some people take the very methodical approach to go about, and some people are very instinctive. What are you?
Actually, I am very instinctive. It's all about getting into the skin of the character. Costumes, hair, makeup is very important for me. By hair, makeup, I don't mean adding. I mean by just getting into the clip or the jatta or like whatever Pava is wearing. Once I'm into it, I'm into it. And it's a very easy process, touchwood for me, that it's like a switch off, switch on button. Set le, I am Pavai. As soon as pack up happens, I've removed the outfit, I'm back to being myself. Rumba, I've heard a lot of people, they become the, this thing and all of that. And I feel like that's very catastrophic for you, because, who you are gets lost if you keep becoming these people. But what happens is, after finishing a film, something of the character remains inside you. Like with Pavai, I think her composure, her calmness, her innocence, that survived. That was still inside me. Even until now, there's a little bit of composure in the way I speak. I feel like Pavai would speak that way.
Nice.
So that always happens. Even with Sasi sir, I'd done one film called Nurko Divanavel, and my character's name was Feni, and she's a 21-year-old girl. And subconsciously, I was buying clothes like Feni. Whenever I went shopping, I was going and I was picking up these skirts and tops. I was putting my hair like her. And that's when you realize, I'm like, okay. So yeah, that kind of things keep happening.
For actors, acting is all about faking the real, right? Like I wouldn't say faking, but you have to stay true. Like, it's still acting at the end of the day. But the right time to find the soul of the person is when they smile. So that's the smile of yours. Other than it being a compliment, I think it talks a lot about you as a person, The smile talks about you being the happy-go-lucky, but still level-headed. You don't forecast or foresee, but you live the present. அந்த மாதிரி எனக்கு சில புரிதல் ஏற்படுது. இப்போ அடுத்தடுத்து நிறைய தமிழ் படங்கள் பண்ண போறீங்க. As usual நிறைய மக்களை சந்திக்க போறீங்க. And since you're being very vocal about your feelings, you will come to a point where you might have to address your fans and stuff, where அது ஒரு ஈக்குவேஷன் ஒன்று டெவலப் ஆகும். எனக்கு வந்து ஹீரோயின்ஸ் வந்து இதுதான் என் ட்ராக் ரெக்கார்ட், இப்படி தான் நான் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் வரணும் அப்படின்ற தாட் ப்ராசஸ் போடுறாங்க. பட் வி டோன்ட் டாக் மச் அபவுட் இட். வாட் கோஸ் இன் டு த மேக்கிங் ஆஃப் யூ ஃபார் த ரெஸ்ட் ஆஃப் யுவர் கெரியர்னு ஒன்று இருக்குல்ல. ஸோ இப்போ என்ன மாதிரி தாட்ஸ் இருக்குது? ஒரு ஏஆர் ரஹ்மான் இசை, ஒரு மேக்னம் ஓப்பஸ் ஆடியோ லான்ச்சு, அடுத்து இப்போ ஒரு சசி படம் ஒன்று பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. சசியும் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப சென்சிட்டிவான ஒரு ஃபில்ம் மேக்கர். அடுத்தடுத்து என்ன மாதிரியான ஃபில்ம்ஸ் யூ கோனா சைன்? பிகாஸ் ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் டு see you in a stupid movie playing a candy floss role. So what are you going to be doing after this?
Actually, there's no plan. There's no plan. And I think that's the best plan. Not having any vision in mind that
I wish I could say that, but yeah.
Why?
I think I have to plan my life in a way. Yeah.
I mean, see, this is more external, right? Like, people need to offer me films. Like, I can't go and like write my own scripts. Of course, sometime in
you
life,
are going to be getting offers. Adha enoda point. You're going to be for say 3-4 offers varudna periya production company, periya hero, a lot of reach appadi yosikka poroma illa.
But I'll tell you what happens is, of course, women centric films kandipa is very very important, mukhyama subjects and all of that. But for me to reach a level where I can have an audience or have a producer backing me for a female-oriented film, I need to do a lot of more films, lot of more different kind of subjects I need to be a part of, which may require me to be a typical heroine in certain films. And I'm okay doing that.
Oh, you're giving disclaimer now itself.
Huh?
You paid disclaimer.
Disclaimer, because see, that's also a part of cinema, right? There's an audience for that too. And which is why those films are made. So, you need to target full. You can't target just a section. So I just want to be a part of good films, good honest films, which I enjoy doing. Now they may be the dancing, having fun, or they may be something like a Nuru Kodi Vanamil or a Vendathanananda Kade. I hope I'm blessed enough to get great directors to work with, because if that happens, then you're sorted. Because that you're working with, established people. So I really hope that happens. But other than that, yeah, we'll just wing it. We'll see how it happens.
இந்த மாதிரி lengthy Tamil titles படங்கள் உங்களுக்கு வந்தாலே you will learn the language quick. 100 கோடி வானவில் வெந்து தணிந்தது காடு, பெருசா இருக்குங்க எல்லாம்.
All three.
Nice. See, very very happy to meet you. Nice talking to you. எனக்கு வந்து before we call it a day, one last question is, நான் வந்து I see GVM as one of contemporary filmmakingல, தமிழ் filmmakingல is a very important role. நிஜமாவே அவர் படங்கள்ல காதல், லவ் வந்து ஒரு பெரிய that becomes the core of the film. Is he நிஜமாவே, there's so much love in him? Do you, like all of you people, when you look at him, you can't keep love is அவர் படங்கள்ல ஒரு ஓவர் எக்ஸ்போஸ் ஆகி அது அந்த எமோஷனை திரும்ப is able to revive na, from what you've seen, is he really a...
I think he is a very very deep individual. He has, he's a very smart person in the sense, like, experiences avarku, what he has done is he has bucketed them and he has put it in his system. And usually what happens is, if I experience a heartbreak or if I experience some kind of a love, I will remove it out of my system. He's kept it. And there's so many instances, and bruises or memories or whatever you may call it, and he so beautifully removes it. So if you see him as an individual, calm, composed, intelligent, knows when to start and knows when to end, but that content of emotions comes out in the films that he makes.
One of the best descriptions of Gautam Menon. I think you're as big a fan as me when it comes to him. Very beautifully told. Thank you so much for your time, Siddhi. Looking forward to a lot of other Tamil films of yours. Other language films, yeah, we might watch, but not as much as the ones that we would like to see. So yeah, all the best.
Thank you.